Looks like Zach might have broke that, or he was proactive and expected it to break a shear pin. But yeah, he was out blowing snow yesterday and got an engine derate code. Uh-oh. I don't know why it's showing that it's low on fuel, but still a quarter of a tank. Well, we couldn't get it to throw a code or anything, so Zach's just gonna play around with it. I'm gonna move some stuff out of the way so we can get this yard cleaned up nicely. Might have to put the park brake on.
I noticed when I shut it off and then back on it, like...
That's when it gave you the code?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, try it.
Like how you said to do this. I thought there was like a thing that came up last time. Is that hydraulic?
I don't know what that one was. So, I think we have a failed def injector. We're gonna run the brasses, see if they have a manual. We reset it, like we just turned off the key for a couple minutes, turned it back on. We tried to find the code, we couldn't. So Zach's gonna try again to see if it gives them another code. And once it's derated, hopefully we get that code and we can look it up. So we were pushing the wrong button. So we should be getting an error code like that. We had a fuel issue of some sort this summer that we took them in to check out. And I remember it through a code. It was like 551 something or other. But what we have going on is... That's not exactly... Yeah, so we've got, sorry, this guy, it's still saying, yeah, because it doesn't have that one. It's got this one, but A and B are flashing. So A is, if we go back, and they're flashing continuously. So it's saying def injection failure detected. Press OK to continue. Yep, that's kind of what I figured. So I definitely need the case converter to be able to read the codes. Well, we gave her the old college try and we made her through. So you see she's pretty smoky. So injectors are definitely on the list. So we are headed to Brandon Ag Days tomorrow, or Manitoba Ag Days in Brandon tomorrow. And I got some injectors and cups on standby. Or on hold, I guess. About 20 minutes ago, I had to take off my winter jacket because I was just sweating way too hard. And so today, well, yesterday was just windy as hell, but we still battled. We hauled probably 60% of our fertilizer home that we were going to need between yesterday and today. And Zach's gone for the final load. And then we were switching over, or we are switching over. We're going to clean out the trucks, clean out the auger to start hauling canola. I got a bunch of canola that's got to go out. You know, these lines of credit, they come due, and you can't camp on this stuff forever waiting on the markets to go up. And with these threats of tariffs, who knows what's going to happen. Was trying to fire up Dad's auger, and it seems like the starter's no bueno on it. And I'm actually in a good mood about that, if it is that, because somewhere I have a starter for it. Now, this one was the starter off of the conveyor. I don't think it's the same. And it ended up being a relay on the conveyor that went, but I'm going to take this with us just in case it does fit. That kind of thing. Which to me sounds like a starter, not a battery. The other reason I say it's not a battery, obviously you saw the booster cables on it. I had the truck on it yesterday and it did the same clicky, grindy thing. So I think it's the starter. The good news is this starter we took off of the conveyor, which is way over there, thinking that it had a bad starter. It ended up being a fried relay. We changed that out. Life's good. So now we had a spare starter. I thought we had two, to be fair. I ordered a starter for my auger that's over there, and I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, that they should be the same for both of these and the conveyor. Now, I don't know if I got the wrong one or if it is compatible and just a different build. Maybe I'll stack them side by side. Yeah, so they are definitely not the same, because this one's got bolts going in this way. This one's got bolts mounted that way. Sorry, maybe it is. No, it doesn't go that way. So I'm not really sure if I ordered the wrong one or they got, I remember they did the lookup on it. Anyhow, we're gonna use this guy. All right, we got her all swapped out. Fingertips are numb. Over here in the sun, it's actually quite pleasant. Over here in the shadow, you can see it's still pretty frosty and the metal's cold, but get that there. Just give it a little cross your fingers, cross your eyes. Uh-oh. There we go. Well, on the good note, there's nothing wrong with the starter anymore. Oh, it's moving like it should be. I'll fiddle around with the throttle a little. Oh, that might be a problem. There's some gas in there, not a whole lot. Maybe we'll top her off and give her a spin. Oh, well, finish topping that off, and well, I got a battery charger I'm going to just leave on it, and These Kohler engines are they're terrible for just chewing through batteries. So we put a disconnect on them and we try and keep them charged as much as possible. I tried it with a solar charger the one time and a little solar panel on the other one down at Jim's. And I initially put it on backwards for the way I always park it. And then I found that it was always getting covered in snow. There we go. Yeah, you're just trickling away. Just leaving series here. And we're about, I'd have to double check, but we're probably really close to half. Well, we should be almost exactly halfway. Not quite. Pretty close. I'll do some math. I've got 25,000 bushels on contract coming down here this week. Today is Tuesday, and we're about an hour from the farm. It's like an hour and 2 minutes depending on traffic. Usually it's a little less, but there's some construction going on at the bridge that crosses the Souris River about 4 or 5 miles. Maybe I'll remember to take a look at that. Anyways, yeah, Zach was getting filled up and he was about to turn and burn. He said he just got the semi full, went to tarp it, and he noticed something was really wrong. And I didn't ask a whole lot of questions. He said it looks like a weld broke and something shifted in one of the trailer axles, and to the point where he doesn't want to move it, which is never a good thing. So I said just park it, like just leave it there. Maybe see if we can get that conveyor running, because we might need to unload, because he's still under the auger. Anyhow, yeah, not really sure what we're going to be rolling into when we get home. So as you can see, down to one lane, controlled traffic, very slow. Oh yeah, that doesn't look good. Holy sh**. Yeah, that's a big problem, isn't it?
I was just happy I wasn't on the highway.
No, luckily you found it here and not it finding you. Yeah. Woo, boy. Yeah, that's...
Like, hopefully it didn't bend the...
Wow. Whoever welded that needs to get fired. Look at all this frickin' bubblegum weld here. You can see all these imperfections. Big chunk of rust in the middle there. That's been cracked for a long time. Ooh, okay. Well, how do we attack
Could that
this?
have to do with probably the tire? No.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope. That's
Totally
a terrible weld. Is all that is.
No, I'm saying like no, I'm not. I don't mean that. Like, do you think that could have been causing the tire issue potentially?
Nah, we would have seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially going up and down Highway 9.
Lucky she didn't bounce straight off.
Holy, yeah, you would have gone for a hell of a ride.
Floated like that was.
Oh God, could you imagine if that Series hill was open and you were going down that hill when that let loose? You'd end up in the drink.
Yeah, no.
Woo, boy. Well, the auger's not going to fit, so Zach's going to use the conveyor. Or he's setting it up. Yeah, she's definitely in trouble. Well, we can still move it, so we're just going to move it off to the side here and deal with it later. We emptied the back compartment, left a load on the front so we'd have better traction.